Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Thursday, September 27th, and Big Brother 20 is officially over. Yay! Yay! Alright, anyway, so I have these sound effects in this Mixlr, by the way. Those of you that have never heard me, or not Mixlr, Spreaker is what I use to record this. And it actually you can do effects and all kinds of crap. I just never do it. So I thought, ooh, I've actually got an applause button. So there you go. Wow. That show did not go as I expected. Some ways it went as I expected. Other ways it did not go as I expected. And there have been years that we've said it's been too short. And there have been years where we thought too long. And I don't recall. I think we've had 2-hour finales before. And I think the years that we've had 2-hour finales, we've gone like, yeah, too long. This would have been an okay year to have a 2-hour finale. There was easily another 20 minutes worth of material that they could have gotten into. It felt rushed. It just felt rushed. All over the whole time, and there were things that we know they didn't get to that they could have done. There was not even any funny clip moments. There was no. I mean, for all their stupid hour-long memory lane show on Sunday, I don't know. They just could have done more. Now, before I get any further, those of you that are listening to this, some of you maybe for the first time, I'm gonna do a little introduction in one of my, the last big car casts that I do, but I haven't done this for weeks. So my name's Mike, and I've been doing car casts. Someone asked me for how long, and actually I've been doing some form of this, which is me driving and talking to myself, since at least Big Brother 8, I think, or maybe even 7. 7, 8, or 9 is when I started doing this. Robert Kelly is a stand-up comedian, and he was using this application to record himself talking, a different one. You'd call an 800 number, and or it may not even have been an 800 number, but you'd call a phone number and record yourself. And then when you were done, you'd hit like a pound sign or something, and you'd enter your code when you called in, and it would post your audio online, and then you could link to it, and I would link to it from my MySpace page. Now, I actually went back to my old MySpace page, which is actually still out there in a different version, to see if I could see old links to this program. I couldn't find it. It wasn't on that page. Mostly what's there are pictures from Big Brother 8. But anyways, so I've been doing this for over 10 years, amazingly, and so I just thought I would toss it out there because someone was surprised that I've been doing this for so long. It's like, now I've been doing this kind of thing for years. We've done our podcast that we will have tonight, our final podcast of the season. We are doing tonight at 9 p.m. We've been doing that since Big Brother 13. So, yeah, we've been around for a while. So, anyways, I've been doing this in various formats. This year, I've been doing this on Spreaker for the last 3 or 4 years, or 3 years at least, maybe 4. And this year, they added the ability to put these things out on other podcasting venues such as iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, etc., etc. So I'm sure I've picked up a few other people, but that's the backstory about me and what I do. I've been a fan of Big Brother since season 1. I started out helping moderate a site called TV Clubhouse, also known as Big Brother Fan Club, which is still around, by the way, and it's still a very good site. Small, private, but as in you have to have a membership to be able to do stuff on it, and heavily moderated, which some people like, and which I was one of the moderators. I was the first moderator, other than the owner, way back when in Big Brother 1. So that's my a little bit of my backstory. I don't say that all the time, and so I know I picked up a lot of people, so there's a quick rundown. But I'm not actually going to, this is going to be a terribly long CarCast. I say that, it'll probably be another 10, 12, 15 minutes, but I could talk a ton, and I probably will still talk for another couple of days, and then I'll run out of steam, and I'll find other things to talk about. But again, we'll talk a lot tonight on our podcast, and then there'll be things that I will not have said that I meant to say, and I'll have a chance to express that here or on Periscope, which is what I also do. I do Periscopes in the afternoon. Will I do Periscopes every afternoon going on here on out? Yeah, probably not. But I will be doing them every once in a while. More so than I have in the past, because I do have supporters on Patreon now. I don't know how long you all that are supporting me on Patreon are going to stick with me. But at least through the end of this month, I'll be doing stuff. If a bunch of people unsubscribe and it gets down to a few, I may or may not lose motivation to do this. Plus, it's just hard to find things to talk about sometimes, believe it or not. I know. No, forget it. I always have things to talk about. All right, back to talking about Big Brother. So the finale was last night. It seemed to me very rushed. It seemed very just scattered. Just I don't know. I had my things out of order a little bit when I was trying to put things in order in my brain on how they were going to go. I forgot they basically eliminate. They bring out the jury before they bring out the other 5. I totally forgot about Winston, by the way. I kept citing people that were going to be there, and I kept forgetting to mention Winston. So, but yeah, it was just, I don't know. I felt like I wanted to hear things, and I was expecting things to happen, and then at the end of the show, it was like, wait, where was Caitlyn? Caitlyn didn't say a word. Caitlyn, the star of the first, 3 or 4 weeks of Big Brother 20, did not say a word. That's amazing. It really is. In the end, that may have been good. It probably would have been a letdown because it was so long ago. But she did say on Ross and, I always want to say Ross and Rachel, on Ross and Marissa's interview afterwards that she's single. So there is that news. What can I tell you? I will give you very quick thoughts on this end of the season on the last show, and then a couple that I picked up from watching the backyard interview with Ross and Marissa, which frankly was just a mess. It was just it was so rushed, so disorganized, and there's part of that's always going to be the case, but it almost felt like they were trying to do too much. They were having a sit-down show where it should have just been a stand-up, walk over here and talk to us. Plus, the two of them together, too much. They were. I think Ross gets fed up with Marissa pretty quick. It was kind of one of those. It was uncomfortable a couple of times where it just seemed like, wow, he's getting pissed off at her. So that's just a side note. I try not to comment on that stuff because people comment on our podcast and how we interact, and so I don't mean to get too into it. But wow, yeah, there was a couple of moments like, that's uncomfortable. But it just seemed messy. It just seemed really messy. It just seemed too much going on. But they did talk to everybody. I didn't watch it all. I broke away during part of it to record a Periscope, which was a mess for me because the audio wasn't working well. People were complaining, but I did want to at least spew out my thoughts quickly. But back to the show. The show was quick. The show was scattered, much like this CarCast is scattered. The TV show itself, so we know that Tyler intentionally won part 1. He decided he wasn't going to throw it to Casey like he said he was going to, which is, I mean, that's smart for him gameplay. It would be stupid for him not to win it when he thought he could win it. That was a really tough competition. Casey obviously dropped pretty quick. They were going to be a boom boom if Tyler had dropped as soon as JC dropped. Casey winning part 2. That was, I mean, it was a physical competition. I wished it had been a little bit more, but it was kind of cool. But the fact that it was a video, I don't know. I thought it could be the video of the laser etching the Mount Rushmore simulation. I thought it was going to be a real Mount Rushmore of some else. I don't know how they could have done it. But at first I was like, wow, that's going to look cool. Oh, it's just a video screen. I didn't watch it that closely, by the way. I just was typing away on other things at the time. Tweeting. The questions. We're going to talk about all this stuff tonight on our podcast, but the questions, I really think, I don't know if we'll get them, but they asked pretty much the same question like 3 different times, the jury did. Casey got answered the same question. Other than the fact that you won a lot of comps, why should we vote for you? That seemed to be the thing. Don't talk about the comps you won. Talk about why we should vote for you. And the same kind of thing with Tyler. And Tyler's answers were much more polished. I said this. I know you guys all listening know I said this. I think that Casey would have problems under pressure. I said it. Matter of fact, I said it right at the same point I'm at now driving. I can remember driving at this point and saying these things yesterday. Casey is not good under pressure, speaking publicly, and it showed a lot last night. And that's when I thought she sunk. I thought, nope, she didn't win. There's no way. She had a chance to win if she gave a really good arguments and presented her case and talked about how she didn't make alliances that she didn't keep, how Tyler made all kinds of alliances, and even Tyler said he made alliances. She did not do well. She's not a good improv. She's not a good at, she even forgot her prepared speeches, but she's not good at, her thoughts. Tyler was very boom, boom, boom. This is my point. Although he put a little bit too much weight on the fact that he got voted this power that he didn't tell anybody about. Telling people that you had a power that you didn't tell anybody about, that you got voted for because you were popular, isn't going to win you a whole lot of votes, I don't think. He could have done his arguments could have been a little bit better too, but in the end, obviously, it didn't win. He should have won last night based on the way they talked, in my opinion. But they didn't. So a couple of the votes that went unexpectedly. I thought Sam would still vote for Tyler. I thought she'd still have loyalty. Obviously, she didn't. Some people said she's jealous of Casey, of Angela and Tyler. I think the question is, did his showmance ruin his winning? Did it take away his win? Did the fact that he was in a showmance with Angela at the end and spending a lot more time with her and didn't interact with Sam as much, did that cost him the game? I think it very well might have. I think the showmance might have cost him his game. People are mad at Scotty for how he voted. I don't understand why. I still don't get it. I won't get it, and we'll argue about this tonight, possibly. I don't blame Scotty for voting for Casey. Tyler, he thought he had a final 2 with Tyler, and Tyler was just playing with him. It was obvious that Tyler was not loyal to Scotty, and so Casey never pretended to be loyal to him. He got voted out twice unanimously. Why would he vote for Tyler? I didn't expect him to. I thought Scotty would vote for KC. I wasn't surprised by his vote at all, but a lot of people seem to have been. Haley's vote. Haley voted for Tyler. That was a vote that could have gone the other way. She was the one member of the Fout Alliance that didn't vote for KC. I guess people say Casey respected the game. I think Casey was the most accurate vote, but Fessy, on the other hand, voted for Casey. It was interesting. It was interesting. We'll talk about it again tonight. I keep going back to that, but I'm going to run out of time here. And I want to cover a couple other things. So, the vote did not go as I expected. Swaggy's marriage proposal, well, I know we predicted this. I know we were not the only one, by the way. Again, many people were thinking, I wonder if he's actually going to propose. So that brings me to post. And those of you, I tweeted it, obviously. This is not the first Big Brother proposal. It happened in Big Brother 2. Boogie proposed to Krista and blah, blah, blah. They never got married. I think Swaggy and Bailey will actually get married because I think she's pregnant. I think Bailey's pregnant. Yes, I said it. Which brings us to the post, the Facebook backyard stuff, which may be worth watching for some people, even though it was, like I said, a train wreck. There'll be other interviews as well. Swaggy and Bailey were on together. They brought out a couple of people together, which makes for different styles of interviews, but it was like Swaggy was almost hovering over Bayley, and Ross and Marissa basically said, "Are you pregnant?" And she said, "I can't talk about that. We're not talking about that." If she wasn't pregnant, she'd say, "No, I'm not pregnant." Why would you say I can't talk about that? Unless they decided that they're going to, I mean, you're well, no, you know what? If she says, I can't talk about that, and then isn't pregnant, then people are going to speculate that she was at the time and then she maybe had an abortion or something. There's going to be all kinds of rumors. I think she's pregnant. I think pretty much Swaggy's. I want to speculate that Swaggy's parents said, not Swaggy, that Bayley's parents said to Swaggy, "You better make an honest woman of her." And so he went out there with a ring. And don't forget, we know for a fact that Bayley's parents are doing okay money-wise. Did they vacation in Dubai last year or something? I mean, they're all right. They're doing okay. And Swaggy might be... While Colette gave me grief last week for saying that Angela might jump on the Tyler winning gravy train, and it might be about money, I guarantee you that I would strongly suspect that if we bring this up tonight, I wonder if Swaggy's marrying Bayley for her money, that Colette will go, "Oh, hell yes." We'll see. Maybe it's love. Maybe after 22 or 23 days together and several romantic interludes and a possible pregnancy, there is genuine love between these two. And if there is, more power to them and good for them. I'm not thinking there is, but that's me. So, that happened. Steve and Scotty were on. Scotty said, I didn't know who I was going to vote for until Casey won the last head of household, and I decided that that's it, comp-wise, she deserves it, whatever Scotty needed to make. I don't blame him, but several people said they didn't make up their mind till the vote. I don't know. It sounds better to say that, but I still think honesty would be, no, I wasn't voting for Tyler. I didn't, I'm pissed off at him. I think there was a little bit of a bitter jury syndrome here. But again, part of that is jury management, and you've got to know how to handle it. And I don't know. I don't know if they could have done it. If they could have, I don't know if Tyler could have done it any differently. Especially after Casey messed up her voting so much, or her speech so much. Okay, what else did I see on my limited times? I did not watch all the backyard interviews. Who else did I see? I saw Rachel. No, I didn't think she said anything of note. Steve has lost 67 pounds. He replied to my Twitter timeline because someone asked how, and he actually replied and said, "I've been doing this." Basically, ketosis, or not ketone. He's on the Atkins diet. I mean, people always talk about this ketosis or whatever. I would call it the Atkins diet. He's on a low-carb diet and exercising and somewhat fasting, he said. So he's a combination of things. He's lost 67 pounds. JC was on. Angela and Tyler are moving in together. They kissed on the the show. Just a little peck. They were on separately and then together at the end. JC came out at the end and talked a little bit. He was the last one to talk. Oh, what else? There was something else I can't think of. Swaggy and Baylor getting married. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I didn't see Sam on there. I didn't see a lot of them. I was busy. I saw Caitlyn on there. Caitlyn and Winston not getting to talk, and just, there's all these kind of things that they could have done. Winston and the twin thing. They could have done Caitlyn and her, she's a psycho thing. They could have done lots of things and they didn't do it. But now I'm sitting in my car, in my parking spot, or in a parking spot, and I got to go. We'll do another show tonight, 9 p.m. We will talk. At some point, people will get tired of talking. I could probably talk for like 3 hours, especially if we had questions to bounce answers off of. We'll see. So join us tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Just follow me on Twitter, BBGOSSIP, or you can go to BigBrotherPodcast.com, and there will be a link on the right-hand side. There's the player that always plays, but we tweet it out as well. You can go to Mixlr, MIXLR.com, search for Big Brother Gossip Show. You'll find out that's where we actually record live. There's a chat room there. You can come and join us. Last show of the season, they did announce that there's a Big Brother coming in either January, February, celebrity version. Yes, we'll be talking about it. We did 4 shows last year. I would guess we'll do 4 this year. Oddball times because of the way it works, so we'll see. But that's months away at this point. I'll need to decompress a little bit before we get to that. So I'm out of here, guys. I'll talk to some of you maybe tomorrow. I'm not working tomorrow, but I'll record one of these at some point tomorrow. Maybe a little bit later than normal. See you later. Thanks for listening as always. Hope you enjoyed last night's Big Brother show. It was a good a show, even though it was a bit short. It seemed short for 90 minutes. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.